Welcome everyone to a channel update, May 2025. Although there has been no progress on the AC over winter, there has been plenty of AC related activity. Partly my efforts to get established with supplying spare parts, working in collaboration with my friend and AC expert Leo. This meant pressing the Scimitar into action over winter. A frosty morning in January saw me testing out the rear window heater. More journeys ensued during February and March to attend an amazing AC barn find. I'll wait and see if the owner will give permission for me to make a video of this adventure. The Scimitar blew a fuse, which I traced to the delay unit for the interior courtesy light. And before anyone pokes fun at Lucas, this unit was made in the USA, so there. It is mounted in the cavity in the roof. The replacement from QRG Scimitar is quite different, with 4 instead of 3 connectors, including an earth connection. This meant altering the wiring somewhat. The Scimitar performed well through this chilly weather until the final outing. I have to put my hand up and admit I should have checked over the clutch hydraulic sooner, although the slave cylinder is very hard to see, let alone remove. At a busy roundabout, the pedal went to the floor. Having pushed my AC in and out of its garage hundreds of times, I leapt out to push when my right calf went snap. Pushing one-legged didn't work so well, but many thanks to the truck driver who ran up the road and assisted. I was relatively close to Leo's house, so he came along with his tow rope. Meanwhile, a nice Polish lady rolled up in a big Mercedes and offered to help. This was just the beginning of an eventful day that I can't report just yet. Leo has a small car transporter, so the Skimmy got a ride home the next morning. I was already planning to get the car over my garage pit to check the handbrake, so I took the opportunity to try and access the clutch slave cylinder. Many thanks to fellow YouTuber Napier Nimbus, who does railway videos, for helping to move the AC out of the way. As it turned out, access to the slave cylinder was even worse from underneath. As to the handbrake, I saw that the cable had slipped off the pulley. The strange chiming noises I used to hear when going over speed bumps was from the cable hitting the prop shaft, as it was so slack. After that, the handbrake still did not work well. Back outside, I removed the battery and eventually extracted the clutch slave cylinder. Its condition was pretty bad, so I ordered a new one from QRG, plus a repair kit for the master. Bleeding the system was not as straightforward as I'd hoped. I found that if I vigorously pumped the pedal, then held it down with a plank of wood and opened the pipe union at the slave, it got the last of the air out. Now the clutch characteristics are much improved. One of the spark plug leads was so tight that the terminal snapped off. I decided to buy a full set of NGK plugs. After a short test drive with some rough running, I noticed one new plug had a split insulator, probably from when it was posted to me in flimsy packaging. Meanwhile, I thought I'd check out the slight rattling from the steering column. The clamping bolt for the splined end looked damaged and had slid up the shaft slightly, so I fitted a new high tensile bolt. I inadvertently pulled the steering wheel and column up too far and it slipped out of the lower bush. Then it would not go back down. It was a classic case of a head-scratching problem that seemed annoying in the evening, but the next morning everything becomes clear to the point of slapping my forehead. I realised that the steering lock had latched itself and blocked the column from sliding back down. All I needed was a turn of the key. Returning to the handbrake issue, the left brake was hardly working at all, with the right-hand side working moderately. There was some grease accumulating on the left back plate getting onto the shoes, so I fitted a new set of 4 shoes after cleaning everything up. I also freed up a stiff hydraulic piston. Still no improvement in handbrake performance. The cable looked to be in poor shape, so I ordered a new one. Napier Nimbus assisted again, captured on video this time. It was 24 degrees C, so that's 75 in Fahrenheit, on that late April afternoon. Note the buzzing noise from the leaky exhaust. With the scimitar over the pit, trying to get the new cable over the pulley wheel was a challenge. One has to hold the front linkage, the pulley wheel and the cable while inserting the clevis pin from behind, working by feel. A few expletives later, it was all done. With the rear ends of the cable hooked up, I tested the handbrake. Still no improvement. I examined the functioning of the linkage inside each drum. I could see that poor quality control seemed to have added to the problems on the left-hand side. The hole in the back plate that the linkage passes through acts as a fulcrum after the trailing shoe is moved, except in this case the hole was slightly out of position, so that when the linkage wore against the leading shoe, the trailing shoe ceased to function. I ordered a pair of new linkages. The left-hand side now appeared to work okay. As I tested the right hand side, I heard a twanging noise and the lever shot upwards. I suspected that the cable had slipped off the pulley. The competency of the handbrake design is leagues behind the craftsmanship of the AC's brakes. I spent a lot of this repair time cursing Lockheed or whoever designed them. Napier Nimbus had returned home, so I got adventurous and pushed the AC out of the way single-handed. As it turned out, the cable had not slipped off. I suspect that the conduit had seated itself inside the front bracket as I pulled the lever. In between these little exploits, I paid some visits to Leo to help rewire the dashboard on his primrose-coloured AC Buckland, travelling up by train this time. Leo had made a nice job of cleaning up the cream-coloured dials. We removed the whole dash and I fitted nice new leads. We then refitted the dash and pushed the leads through the bulkhead, ready to connect most of them to the control box. mentioned a barn find earlier. The owner very kindly permitted me to take some spare parts for my AC. This included a set of 1 1/4 inch triple carbs. I was in the process of upgrading mine from 1 1/8 inch, but I was missing a few components. These include the 3 inlet stubs and also the copper balance pipe that links to the cold start device, plus the adapters for the air filters. Another great find was this lockable Monza style fuel filler cap. I had only ever seen one of these back in 1983 and had been searching for one myself ever since. I gave this one a clean and polish and it came up nicely. Not quite Concours, but I'm not interested in winning any shows. As to working on my AC, the weather is now warm enough to recommission the electroplating kit, so I can finish plating a few small items. Then I will concentrate on coach painting the rest of the car. The engine part situation has not improved, although there is a possible contingency plan in the making, so there is hope. The spares business is now offering stainless steel exhaust for the AC 2 litre, so this is something I will soon add to my car. A German AC owning friend is doing some useful R&D work on engine gaskets for improved sealing, including the exhaust manifold. All being well, I'll be able to offer them for sale soon. Another trip to assist with Leo's AC Buckland was a chance to give the Scimitar a proper run again, as seen in these video clips. For those who made it to the end of this video, many thanks for watching. I'll end with a test drive in the Scimitar with the exhaust leak repaired and running smoothly.